Hola, bonjour, and hello, and welcome to our encouragement series. This is encouragement series number 168. Today we'll be having Q&A, which is questions and answers. I'm super excited about the our guest that's on today. Let us open with a prayer. Holy Spirit, we thank you for this day. We thank you for these platforms. Thank you for presenting a stage in front of people that would like to be informed with what's going on within the Bronx community or New York State. So I'm grateful that you are touching the hearts of other believers to come on this program and to enlighten people with what's going on. And we give you all of the glory and all of the praise. What's our scripture base? Since we have a male on today, it's masculine, but it's for women as well. It's 1 Corinthians 16, verse 13. 1 Corinthians 16, verse 13. Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong. I like that. One more time. Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong. Okay, what time is it today? It's tea, lemon, and lime time. You know, this is my niche for the past 4 years, and I loved it. We were talking about mugs the other day, cups, tumblers, and water bottles, because there are some fancy water bottles, and some people have come on with these fabulous fancy water bottles. But I felt that since I'm in education mode and we're studying and teaching classes, and so Bronx Community College, the mug today. So this is our tea, lemon, and lime cup. Bronx Community College, we salute you today. But I love this cup because it's big. Like you could put soup, like a split pea soup, croutons. Like and subscribe, and feel free to comment. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce today our guest. His name is Emanuel Findlay. He is a community activist and also running for the State Assembly District 79. Let us give a very warm welcome to our guest today, Emanuel Findlay. Welcome. Our first question for you today is tell us a little bit about yourself. Thank you.
My name is Emanuel Findlay. As I was here the last time on your show, I told you guys I am a community activist. I still continue to do that, trying to get the community looked at in a positive manner, to also to make sure that more resources are brought in, but also to make sure that the housing is actually taken care of, because when you walk around the neighborhood, the housing has been neglected. So that's also one of the things that we're focusing on. So as I said earlier, I am a community activist in the community, trying to see how we can improve the community from within.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Let me get my questions. Okay. I was trying to stream you to the different sites. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. And our second question is, what prompted you or compelled you to get involved in the political arena?
So last time is because of what I see going on in my neighborhood. It seems like the elected officials do not care about what's going on in the neighborhood. They'll tell you they care. They start off one way, and then you just give them maybe a couple of months, maybe a year, and then it switches. They forget the neighborhood that they come from. They forget the neighborhood that's supposed to be represented, and they're hardly ever in their office or in their neighborhood at all. And we need a representative that's here with the people, that's in their office, working for the people, and also in Albany when they're supposed to be. But when you go now, a lot of times you don't even see them in their offices. So they don't even care about what's going on here and on the local level. And we need people that are actually involved. That's one of the things that got me involved in it.
Okay, thank you for that answer. Our third question, one moment, please. Our third question is, can you describe an instance where you had to make a decision that was unpopular or necessary for the greater good?
Well, do I start Or do I start at work? Or do I start at the thing about those instances, for me, I think it's such a common thing that it's gotten to a point where it's just blurred together. For example, like at work, I'll tell them, hey, we can't use a particular either machine, whether it's the printer or scanner for whatever reasons, because either we're running low or it needs to get worked on. Not everybody will be upset because they want to use that one. Like, we can't use that one because we have to use the different one that it's slower, but because we're running low on supplies and because we're running low on the repairs, if this one goes down, we don't have anything left. People don't tend to not like that. So that's one of the instances where you actually have to shut it down, pull the plug, and put a sign over it. Very unpopular thing to do, but people tend to in the end, it actually worked out better for us because now we actually have a working machine as opposed to have two broken machines.
Okay, thank you for that. Our fourth question is, what strategies would you employ to ensure constant communication and engagement with your constituents?
Well, one of the things I've noticed is that our elected officials, again, are not in the community. You see them maybe at one event or another, but it'll be spaced out. They're never really in the community. If you go down to the office, they're not there. You can't contact them. It's hard to get in touch with them. So one of my strategies is being more in the community and actually showing up at these events, knowing when they're happening, knowing when the tennis associations is happening. That's part of what you have to be there. If you're not there, get somebody in and make it a lot easier and make yourself more reachable by the people. Right? If you want to go on social media, however it is, you got to reach out to the people, because mostly seems like when our elected officials get in office, they hide behind the doors. They don't want to mingle with everyday people anymore. But the thing is, you have to go mingle and see what's going on. Walk through the streets, see what's going on. Actually, go day to day to the stores in your neighborhood. Go around to the schools. Get involved in the community. It's not just behind paperwork and behind your closed doors. You have to be in the community, and that's my strategy, is to be more in the community.
I totally agree with you concerning that, and I support you concerning that. That the whole thing about being in the community, and I pray that people do vote for you and they're listening to you. You know what I mean? Because you have too many people, like you said, just hiding, and they're actually doing nothing but receiving, some of them, the paychecks or taking grants and stuff for themselves. No, and nothing's getting done. So I applaud you for saying that. Question 5. What have you learned since running for state assembly, good and bad?
Well, I'd tell you one thing: the Democrats have a hell of a machine, that's for sure. Because by the time you're out there trying to get your signature, they're already done. Because you go to the buildings where, let's say you go in, petition day is today. It starts today. By the time you go to the building, every time you hear people say, "Oh, we already signed for this person," like, but hold on, but you're not registered over there. You registered over here. How come you signed that? And this is we know, like, who's on the who's the petition, who the petitioners are. You can see, oh, this person is running, so their petition is person. You can see all the name, but there's no other person running in this as either a Republican or a conservative against me. So how is it that you've signed another conservative line when there's only one? Nobody's gotten to that building yet. So there's a lot of times you go into buildings, people are saying, "Oh, we already signed for that person. Oh, we already signed for over here." It's like, wait, hold on. We know how many people are coming here, how many people we send here, because we're coordinated. So we know how many of our people went to that area. So if this is our first time that group is coming there, how come everybody in the building said they have already signed? That's one of the things that have a hell of a machine. And one other thing I want to stress is that people have to do early voting. The early voting, normally we like to wait until the day of election. No, this is not what's going on now. Now we have to do early voting. Get into early voting, because sometimes something happened on election day, you forget whatever it is. Do early voting. The mailing voting, whatever is allowed in your within New York City, Please participate, especially early voting. That's where we lose a lot of votes. It's in the early voting and then mail-in voting. We lose a lot of votes. That's why a lot of our voice goes unheard. So please, New York City, engage in early voting.
Can I ask you something, Emanuel? What do you know the dates for the early voting?
I can get you the dates right now. Let me pull up everything up right now.
Sure, so we can let the people know, that are watching what the dates are. And I need to stress that more as well. So everybody comes through, I believe, as a paper ballot. The ballot is a paper ballot.
Yes, you got to mail in. They'll mail it to you. Usually, you get a mail-in ballot that they'll mail to you, be in your mailbox.
Right.
You can use that to fill it out and mail it back out, or you can request one. By right, it's supposed to be request only. Like you get a request, you request it, and it's sent to you. But now I've seen it's been sent out, and every mailbox is getting one.
Okay. So our name should be on there for them to select, correct or no?
Yes, our name should be there. Yes, on those ballots. It's a regular ballot. It just comes in the mail.
Okay, and they need to mail it back. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, everyone. I hope that this is enlightening you while Emanuel looks up that information. This is really great, and it's so nice to be better informed. That's why I feel led to do these episodes. This is also an assignment to me to bring people on so you can be enlightened of what's going on in your community, how you better can affect and help your community, as well as helping yourself, helping your children, helping your nieces or your nephews or the generations to come. Okay, so I hope that this is helpful to you. Are you ready, Emanuel?
Yes, ma'am. I have it all lined up for you right now. So
Okay.
there is a special election that's happening on April 28th, but this is for the 3rd City Council in Manhattan. Right? There is a special election going on. Early voting for that starts Saturday, April 18th.
Oh, wow.
Sunday, April 19th.
But when could they start early registration or early voting for
You
us?
can register right now. If you're not yet registered to vote, you can go do that now and get registered to vote. That you can do. The early voting. This one is they have the special elections that's coming up in April, but that's in Manhattan. If you're in Manhattan, if you're in the 3rd City Council district, that will be for you. But as far as the primary elections are in June. Early voting starts on June 13th.
Okay.
That's early voting for the June primaries.
That's for us.
Yes, that's the primaries. Yes, June 13th primaries. When the polls open, yes. So we have Saturday, June 13th, and Sunday, June 14th.
For early voters.
Yes. And there's so it really runs from June 13th through the 21st.
Oh, okay. But then they vote again in November?
This is primary vote. This is a primary election.
Okay.
Which candidate is going to represent your party. All right.
Got it.
And then you have the general elections, which is on November 3rd. That one, the early voting runs from October 24th till November 1st. That's early voting.
I'm sorry, say that date, those last dates again. I'm writing it.
The early votings for the general election, November 3rd.
Right.
That would be, it starts October 24th. That's a Saturday. Okay. And it runs through November 1st. That's a Sunday.
Okay, that's the early vote, and that's the one we're on.
That's the general election. Yes, that's the one. If you didn't have a challenger in the primary, yes, you would go straight to the general election.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Well, as of now, I don't have a challenger, which is a good thing.
Yeah, so you would go straight to the general elections.
Great.
Again, you can always find this information at Vote NYC.
Okay.
You'll be able to find more, a lot of that information on Vote NYC.
Thank you, and thank you for telling our viewers. Our next question is number 6, and we have one more question for you. Number 6, what two, three, or four projects would you like to implement or reinforce? One, are they already in place, or would you like to enforce something and put something in place? Thank you for your time.
Well, one of the things I would like to see is get more staffing in housing, because we have very few staffers in the housing to take care of the apartments. You have maybe two or three staffers per building, and these are 20-story buildings, 21-story buildings, with 21 floors. It's like two or three people cannot take care of that by themselves. It's not possible. And they have to do this every day. Go through 21 flights of stairs. Go through 20. Well, that's 21 floors of stairs, not 21 flights, because each floor has three flights of stairs. So you're going through that every day, having to clean the each floors, clean the stairwells. That is a lot for them to do. It's not right that they're being asked to do so much and compensated so little. It's not fair to them. So we need to make sure we get some more workers in there to help them with that, which then give them allow them to do more. Allow them to do more, allow them to keep the place cleaner. That's another thing. Another thing I wanted to see is you see a lot of people walking around and just having their pets relieve themselves all over the floor. And that's a very big issue, especially in the lower income area and all these areas. You see a lot of that. The streets are people are just letting their pets defecate everywhere. There has to be a stop to that, and we have to come up with a way to stop people from doing that and make sure that people curb their pets. Right? Because we don't want to be living in crap.
And I'd say this: they do have a thing where people are supposed to get a fine for not curbing their dogs.
But not apparently in this area, in this neighborhood, nobody cares about that.
They're not enforcing it, and that's a
horrible
thing. Because they don't. By me, they don't. I had two little puppies, and I would always have the little scooper thing. I don't have the dogs anymore, but the people around here, they don't play that. And I got a walk-in apartment, and I tell the people, don't let your dogs do that outside my door. You know what I mean? I don't know, but they should reinforce those tickets, because those are fun. Well, looking at this mayor, no comment, he wants to find everything, so I'm sure he'll find that soon.
Well, he's finding everything but making everything free at the same time. I don't know how he's doing that. Everything's free, but everything's a fine at the same time. I don't know.
I don't know how that man got into office. I really don't.
I'll tell you how he got into office, because remember, last time around this year, when he was getting ready to get in office, when he was running, I told New York, he's selling you false promises.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Here, remember, you gave me the time to talk to New York, and I told New York, he's selling you false promises. He's telling you he's going to give you all these free stuff, but he's not telling you how he's going to pay for it. And now you're seeing how he's paying for it. Your taxes are going up. He's going to raise the taxes up, right? He's telling you, it's only on the top whatever percent he's calling out there. But this is what happened. Those that have the money, they start getting taxed, they're going to leave. People have already started leaving. Before this happened, people have been leaving New York. So what happens then? It goes to the next bracket low, and then the next bracket below that. But you keep voting for him thinking that you're going to get free stuff. You're not getting anything free. You're paying for it in the taxes. You're paying for it when you go to the store and the food is now twice its price. That's how you're paying for it. Right? It's not free because you're paying for it somewhere else. That's why your rent is going up and you're living in a box. Right? This is what's happening. People are coming in and they're promising you free this. Oh, I got this for you. I'm going to do this for you. It's all free. But on the back end, you're getting ran over. We don't see what's happening. Oh, even when you call and tell people, hey, this is what's going on. Look at what's going on. If this is free, somebody has to pay for it. Where are they getting the money from? Oh, the government makes the majority of its money from taxes. So that means they have to tax somebody. Oh, they're only going to tax the X amount of people that in high echelon. Well, guess what? These people are mobile. They can work from anywhere. They just take their money and go elsewhere. And then now it drops to the next set of people below them. And eventually it's going to get to you. What good is free if you can't buy bread? You got to go to the bread lines and wait. Oh, sorry, today's not bread day. Wait for Wednesday. You get there Wednesday. Ooh, we ran out. This is where we're headed. Look around New York.
Yeah, but it's headed. It's that's what you're defining. As I'm listening to you, that falls under the category of socialism.
No, yes, it is. I just didn't want to use the term then, because when you use the term socialism, people turn their ears off.
I was studying
A
and
lot of times you
researching
start
what's
using
going on.
buzzwords, people turn their ear off.
That's crazy. I was looking at how they started the process in Cuba and to see what's going on in Cuba. It's heartbreaking, and we're doing this right here, and they don't see like New York is the capital, the financial capital of the United States, and where did they attack the capital? And why would you put this man in office when less than almost 20 years ago they attacked the
The Trade Center.
the trade center? That's like spitting in our face. I
But
don't know.
that's
Just does that only make sense to me?
no, it doesn't only make sense to you. But here's the thing, but when you speak on it and you call it out, people look at you and they go, "Oh, you're being phobic." I'm not being
No,
phobic.
no,
I've just noticed patterns.
right.
I can pick out patterns. I'm good at that. Okay. Oh, I just noticed some patterns. And I'm saying this looks very similar to this. It looks like the Trojan horse, right? It looks like you just brought the Trojan horse into the city gates. Now the horse is in the gate. The Trojan horse is in the gates, and now what are you going to do? How are you going to stop him?
Yes.
Because now he has the keys to the borders of New York City, right? So if anybody wants to come from anywhere in the world that is sympathetic to that plight, well, he has somebody that's sympathetic to that. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but here's what's going on. You're giving the keys to the borders of the country, basically, to an individual whose loyalty doesn't necessarily lie with America.
Absolutely. Well said. Well said, Emanuel.
You only need one port of entry, right? How many have come over since the past 8 years? And here we are. But yet still, honestly, I'm at the point where I believe New Yorkers just like it. They like to complain. They like to have something to complain about. So they keep voting for the same people. You don't even make it a competition as to where the other fraction has to stop and go, hey, maybe we should actually try for these people. Maybe we should actually do something for them. We're out there, we're trying, we're working, but they have the reins of power. So anytime you try to go, simple, even to go into the community, the senior centers. If you go to the senior centers or the community centers and you have a different view on things, a different outlook, they lock you out really quick. Those glass walls go up around you so fast, you won't even understand what's going on. So at this point, I think New Yorkers like this. They just like to have something to complain about. Because if you didn't, you'd make them work for your vote.
I agree. I totally agree. It's like they're toxic and they love the toxic. It's insane to me. But that's true. Okay, I'm sorry. Have you finished your questions, your answers, what you would like to see change, or is there anything else you want to elaborate on?
Oh, the other thing I was focused on is our youths are killing each other, and it's ridiculous. And it's not like the senior centers don't have activities for them. There are activities in there. There's weight room, got the pool. You can go shoot some pool in there. Got the weight room. So why are they not going in there? What is it that's causing them to not use those facilities? Why would they rather be out in the streets and getting into fights and teen takeovers and all of this when these facilities are there? There's a disconnect somewhere. That I would like to see us work more on. Because apparently right now, either they're not being heard or they're just choosing it. There's something missing. There's a missing link. Why is it that they would rather be out there than in these facilities that's available to them? Is there something at the facility that's causing them to not want to be there? Is something going on in these facilities that's causing the kids to not want to be there? Is there some kind of politics that's happening, what's going on, why do they not want to be in this facilities that's open to them? So that's why I want to see work more on that. Let's work more on that to bring them in and pull them from the streets. Because we go through this year in and year out. Since I was growing up, and now I'm in this position, and it's the same thing. When is it going to stop?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why don't they want to feel drawn to go? Maybe we as the people, we need to advertise it more, because a lot of people aren't aware that we do have like the Boys and Girls Club. They're still active. I know that because I was a social worker for a little while. And they still have the Boys and Girls Club. I know by Southern Boulevard. I think there's one up in Mount Vernon. And they're still active, offering things for young people and young adults, teenagers, correct?
Yes.
And there's other community thing. You know, let me say this. I was really upset because I was with Mr. Duran recently as we went canvassing. And this is by Boston Road area. There was a beautiful dance hall, like a dance place where they teach children ballerina, different dance choreography, dancing and stuff. And I said, this place is great. Then I looked again and it's closed. So why aren't they, you know, they need to have access to certain grants so these kind of things could keep going.
But that's the thing. These things are open, but if the grant money is not there, what are you going to do? If the grant money is diverted elsewhere, then you don't have it because money is fungible. Once you use it, it's gone. You can't. You know what I'm saying? So if you're diverting these funds to excess homeless shelters, you're diverting these funds to shelters for illegals. You're diverting these funds to healthcare for undocumented. This is what's happening.
Or diverting it to their own pockets. Can we say that?
So when you're diverting the money, there's nothing left to give to the people that actually need it. The people that you're charging for it. The Americans are going to work, busting their tail at work, only to have their money taken from them at gunpoint, mind you, because that's what taxing is. Because if you don't pay your tax, the government comes with people and guns come for you, right? So take your money at gunpoint and then give it to people who don't even have enough respect to follow the proper way to enter or have the respect to actually obey the laws here. But we're going to fund that. We're going to open more shelters. That's what we're going to do. And we're not going to fund the schools and actually fund them properly. We're going to make everything free. But the programs that actually help the community, that develop the community, that build character in the community, those we don't need, right? And that's what we see happening. So not if the money is not there in New York, it's being diverted. New Yorkers are not getting their due.
That's what I said the other day about the skimming off the top. It has to stop because we don't see the financial, production of the things that need to be repaired throughout.
No, one of the things I think should happen is there should be a financial audit of every member of the New York City Council, every member of the New York Assembly, every member of the New York Congress. Every member should have a financial audit done on them. And then again, like I said the last time, there should be a system wherein if the quality of life in your neighborhood, the quality of life of the constituents combined is low, you get a penalty. You can make a bonus if you raise the quality of life of everybody in your district. And then we do a term limit on everything.
Totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Is there anything else that you would like to mention that you have a pet peeve about or you want to see changed before I go to the next question?
What I want to see changed is I want to see New Yorkers more involved. I want to see you out there more. All right. Go to your representatives. A lot of times you go to their office, they're not there. Well, get a couple of you guys together. 10, 15 of you guys go there, take turns. They're there every day. Take turns until they start answering your questions. Because brother Kayvon is they have a building going up next to them where The builder just came in, no permits, just came in. There is no scaffolding, no you usually have the nets in case anything falls, or they don't have any of that up. And none of that is up. You have bulldozers that are halfway sitting on the soil, but it's not even situated correctly. It looks like it's about to tip. The whole thing is a mess. And then Kayvon has been trying to contact his representative, and there's been no response from either one of them. He said, we got to go down there. If we got to get time together, get 10, 15 people, 2-3 times a week, just go down there. If you have to do a rotation, go down there until they answer your question. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of times you go down, they're not going to be in their office. They're not going to be in their office. But keep going. You've got to keep going. They're going to see those lines out there. They're going to see the crowd out there. Hey, what's going on? Why is there such a crowd out here? Why is there such a line out here? Well, because we want to see our representative, and our representative is not here. Because we look at what's going on in our apartment. We have so many repairs and tickets that we put in, and nobody does it, and nobody listens. It falls on deaf ears. So show up there.
And this is why I say I definitely want to start some petitions and get them signed, because we can do that in this position, start petitions and signing petitions, because I think those are very effective too.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to share? I love your PowerPoints because they were so powerful. And definitely something that I hope as you speak and people wake up, even if it's 1 or 2 people out of 100 that watch this, that they'll say, I got to roll up my sleeves. I want to get involved. They can reach out to you. You want to type in your email address and I can share it with everybody. Is there anything else you want to talk about? You have a pet peeve about? Thank you for watching, everyone.
That's where we're going to know.
That's it.
Those are the things I really want, because the thing is, a lot of times we put a whole long list of things out there that we want to do, and because our attention is so scattered, we don't even get one done. So I want to make those short lists and then hit them and make sure that they're done properly, and then we add another list, and we move on to another list. So let's start with a short list, accomplish those. Once those are accomplished, we move to the next one.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. So that falls into what changes would you like to see or expect to see done in your community? Our last question, thank you. Our last question for you is anything that you want to promote, anything you have coming up? How can people get involved volunteering or helping concerning your campaign?
Well, I am going to be giving you the email for the campaign that we use. So would you like me to put it in the chat? How would you like me to do that? I'm just trying
to please. Just you see it in this little StreamYard, post a comment. You can put it in the comment and I'll be glad to put it up there.
Okay, I will put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. All right, take your time. This was a really good, this was really good today. I like it because I like when I can hear the truth in people, not, you whining and crying, telling me what I want to hear. It has to be change. I want to deal with people that want to see the change, people that are sincere about what they're doing. Not because
I sent it to you.
Fame.
That email, I can be reached at that email.
Okay, let me see. You posted, you put it in the
chat. No, I put it in the chat because it wouldn't let me put it in the comments because it wants me to connect it to YouTube.
Okay, I don't see it. All right, you want to give it to me and I'll type it in?
Let me see.
I don't see it. We're on too many things for me to like.
It's in the Streamlab.
All right, you want
StreamYard, sorry.
It's on the StreamYard?
Yes.
I don't see it. I don't see it. No, only the little things I just posted. All right, so just say it. You can just say your email, or if you want to, I'm going to put mine. All right. So okay, so that was great. You anything that I didn't ask you that you wanna add? And Prophetess Katina, hi darling. She says she doesn't see it either. So you wanna just say it out loud,
Okay,
please?
that would be Findlay4321 at Gmail. Findlay4321 at Gmail. That's
Okay, thank
Findlay 4321 at Gmail.
Okay, fabulous. And I'll also put it in the description at the end of the YouTube and then your flyers everywhere. So people will know how to contact you if they want to get involved. Anything else you want to promote, you want to say
So
before?
for my if you want to reach me on what is it, Instagram, it's e.findlayjr. All right, that's at e.findlayjr for Instagram. Let me see. Let me actually try something here.
Okay, okay. All right, I wrote mine in the comments and it came up. This is my well, I have two, but this is the one I use for ministry. I'm gonna go ahead and just while you look that up, I'm just gonna go ahead and speak about our upcoming events. Everyone, this was really great. Thank you for being a part. I love to be informed. It's electric to me to be able to be informed and not walk in the darkness. Okay, so what do we have coming up? Let me start from that. We'll have our encouragement series, our preach and teach for the rest of the year. I'm going to take 2 months off. I'm going on a sabbatical. I don't know if it's going to be June, July, or August, but around that time, I'm going to take a breather from it. Okay. Or we might have our regulars come on, which is Bishop Iris and Pastor Ruby Riley if they want to do that assignment, but I won't be reaching out to people. We're going to take a time out. We have a final. This is super exciting. I've been teaching classes for 3 years. So Minister Bernadette told me today, because we went over our assignment, and she said, you do more than the people with the buildings do. And I just had to laugh because it's the glory of God. It's the glory of God. So we had this class was a good class, the importance of the Holy Spirit. Let me see. The date is Saturday, May the 16th, 2026, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, USA, New York time. And we'll be talking about the end of the book. So those leaders, those awesome leaders will be on and they'll share with you what they took away from the book. So I'm excited from the class and from the books that we use to study the class. The class is based on Proverbs 17, iron sharpening iron. I love the way it's set up. They will have a quiz, but the quiz will be like what is it? Multi-choice. It's not a fill-in, or it's either true or false. They will have a quiz coming up. So I'm excited about it. It's our fourth class. We start another class in September. That class will be on the prophetic and the prophetic voice and the importance of walking in the prophetic. This is for people that have the prophetic, interested in the prophetic. That class will start in September. I'm super excited about that. Seems like we're doing 2 classes per year. But if you want to come and you're interested in just fellowshipping with us for 90 minutes, the final will be on a Zoom, and that date again is Saturday, May the 16th at 9:30 Eastern Time, USA, New York. It's 90 minutes. Like I said, we'll have communion. The generals that grace us from the Precious Seasons 3 International Alliance, they come on, they critique us, or they just the fellowship with us. So if you're interested, this once again is my email. You're welcome to come on and fellowship with us that day. Also, Saturday, October the 3rd, we're going to have our 10th annual Pro Park event. I'm excited about that. That'll be from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Thank you to our volunteers. I appreciate you. There are people that have been doing this with me for 10 years, and I appreciate you. I'm glad that you love it as much as I do. It's something about coming together, getting along, excuse me, giving out, giving back to the people. It's a feeling that you can't explain. So I'm excited about that. Our next class starts in September 2026. For people that are interested in the prophetic class, classes are free. You're only allowed to miss two. So if you're interested, let me know. And we'll have our encouragement series and the preacher teach series until the end of the year. I'll be going out with Prophetess Katina and her ministry to feed the homeless. I also go out on my own and feed the homeless. So I'm excited about all the upcoming things that we have for the rest of the year. This year is almost over. That's quick. That's why we got to make proper decisions. Okay, let's bring on Mr. Findlay and see if he's ready. Hi, what would you like to share before we close, sir?
I was trying to locate so I can put some more things in your chat. Trying to get onto the chat. Okay, here we go. Locate. All right, here we go. I think I got in, but oh, I can't get in now. No, it won't allow me to get in yet. So I'll have to send it to you directly then.
And I can put whatever you want me to share. You can send it to my text or you can send it to the Facebook Messenger and I'll be able to copy and paste it and eventually add it to the description in the YouTube.
All right, I'll do that because I put it in here, but it's not going through for
I don't know.
Look in the. I think it has a separate chat that says private chat. Yeah, there's a separate that says private chat. It shows two of us in there, in the StreamYards.
And a private show comments on stage. Let me see. People chat. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Your email is there. I got it. How do I copy it? But I don't understand why you can't write it in the comments.
Because it wants me to sign in.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, I don't know everything and I learned something new today. Thank God for you and thank you for wanting to show me how to do it. It's important. Thank you. This is Emanuel's email for anyone that wants to reach out to him, anybody that would like to contact him, anybody that would like to volunteer and help him as he runs for office as state assembly elect. What's that district? I forgot.
The 79th.
79th district. So if you want to work with him or anything, please. This was so refreshing. This was really good. You're a great man of God. Thank you for coming on. Anything you want to? Yeah, of course. I'm gonna have you back again if you'll come on. But I know you're a very busy person. But is there any last words that you would like to share with us before we close?
Well, New York, last year I came here and I asked you for your vote. We didn't get the vote. But we got a lot of people that showed up, and that was what's important. Like people showing up, that's important also. But we need to make a turn this time. We need to make a correction because where we are right now, we're not in a good situation, and things are looking grim. But we are New Yorkers. We've been through tough times, and we can pull through. So it's time for us to go out there and get your voices heard. You can't have one party not even trying for your votes and getting it, while the other one is trying for your votes, going out there and talking and trying to see how we can help and still being ignored. We're all in this together. So whether New York sink or swim, we're in it together. I'm only asking for your help so that we can get there together. So that I would like to be the leader that helps us all get there. So that's what I'm asking for, New York. Let's turn this table around.
All right, that's great. I want to vote for you. You have my vote. To everyone else, I want to thank you for coming on. Please don't allow the United States to turn into a socialistic country. What does that mean for people that are believers like me that walk by faith? We will have y'all are worried about, oh, this one church bigger than mine, this one ministry do more than mine. You ain't gonna fight about none of that because it ain't gonna be nobody church. Ain't nobody gonna have a building. Nobody's gonna do ministry. That's what socialism looks like. You won't be able to speak and voice your opinion. You're gonna have to be quiet and just swallow it. That would kill me. Like I can't fathom to even see that in the rest of my days here. So let's take a look at socialism. Look it up and research it for yourself. Take a look at Cuba. Perfect example. So for all you people, oh, my ministry's better than yours. Oh, I do it more than you. And you competitive. First of all, guys, people are not supposed to compete with each other. Let's start there. You won't be able to have a ministry. Bottom line. Business, you won't be able to have a business. We all gonna live on the same thing that they give us. Pay attention to the socialism stuff and wake up. And if the Holy Spirit is really talking to you, why he ain't talking to you about this? Shut up, Denise. And I heard somebody say, oh, well, these things are written. But he didn't raise us up to be stupid, and he didn't raise us up to just be quiet. He raised us up to be warriors and to have a voice. Welcome to our encouragement series. That's something for you to think about today before you leave. He didn't raise us up to sit back and just be mousy and don't say anything. Somebody needs to get up and they need to say something. Think about your children. Think about your nieces and your nephews. Think about the people in your family that are going to be here when you're gone. You want them to deal with socialism? It's a spit in the face once again to my ancestors, people in my family, people in my lineage, because I'm mixed. So it affects me because it's like you're spitting in the face of the people that fought for rights for this country. We will have no more rights if socialism takes over. Wake up and pay attention. Anything else you want to say, Emanuel?
I can. Okay. I'm back. Yeah. No, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Thank you for agreeing with me. I appreciate that so much because I'm so passionate about that because it's disgusting. It is.
You're
It's
right. It is
disgusting.
what a revolting thing to see.
I can't go to another country and tell them, oh, I want to take over, oh, I want to run. And y'all got to wake up to the stuff that's going on. We got to take care of home first. How about that?
America
'Cause you
first. You
ain't
got
gonna
to take
have
care of
no
home. You do that.
ministry. Ain't nobody go what? Oh, you competing about whose ministry? You ain't competing. We gonna be laughing at y'all because ain't nobody gonna have no ministry to compare a fight with anybody about who's doing what, because ain't nobody gonna have no ministry. Oh my God, God, I give you the praise. I got to get off here. 'Cause I'm getting ready to preach. This is supposed to be Q&A. All right. Emmanuel, I love you. You my brother. You keep me informed. If you need me, I'm there. Okay. If I don't have, but make sure you tell me like a couple of weeks ahead of time because you know how my schedules are personally.
I definitely understand.
Yeah, keep me informed. Thank you for coming on
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Yeah, of course. We're going to close with Romans 15, verse 13 from the NIV. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Holy Spirit, you may abound in hope. I like that. That's good. The word is
Amen.
always good. Amen, everyone. Thank you for being a part, and shalom, shalom. Thank you, Mr. Findlay. Thank you.
You're welcome.